Tell the real story now. The floor is yours.
Well, I will tell you that I'm very proud of Rollan and what he's doing to represent the Lord Jesus Christ in a very difficult race, a very difficult time in our country's life. And yet he's a man for that time. We all know that we are living in perilous times, troubled times. We know that we have many needs. It seems like a lot of the politicians are going different directions, not addressing our needs. They're just talking about the same old talking points over and over again. Rollan has done a great job all throughout his life to be a leadership role. He's involved in, even as a young child, he would go up and greet people as a small boy, junior age boy, greet people in the church and welcome them. And he's always been a people person, and that's important for a president. You have to have a president that has charisma. You have to have a president that you can be proud of. You have to have a president that has international savvy when it comes to challenging times, and we certainly are in those challenging times right now. And the very fact that he says America needs God, that there's so much packed into those words, and he speaks the truth. America does need God. Very proud of him. He's been through hard times. He's been through good times. And this is not an easy thing for him to do. It's not a, a thing that anybody should do lightly when it comes to going into a presidential race, especially when you believe that you're called of God to do it and that God will equip and God will bring the people around. My prayer is this, Dr. Shirley, and that is that thousands of people will rally around him, give him the financial backing. He has the wherewithal and the team built up to be able to help something very miraculous occur, but they're going to have the financial backing. And so part of my prayer for him is not that God would just preserve and protect him, but that God would provide for his financial needs with this campaign. Let's let him be our spokesman. Let's let God use him in a great way. Let's get behind him and let's make a difference in America through a president named Rollan Roberts.
You're on mute. Yes.
Yeah, I've got people calling here. They're so excited and trying to get on this thing with Dr. Rollan. So listen, I'm so excited about your son, like father, like son, I would say. And so, Dr. Rollan, we are so excited about your dad raising you up in the admonition of the Lord. And shows a good example of someone that didn't give up on your child and see where he's at. You pushed him, you brought him up into the things of the Lord, as he has shared on some of the platforms that's been interviewed. Dr. Rollan II talked about how at 5 years old, he gave his heart to the Lord. And it does work. It does work. And don't give up on your kids. So, Dr. Rollan Roberts, you have anything else to say, Senior, before we let you go? I know you we got a little borrowed time. I know you're doing some great things over by having some family time and doing some things. Anything else you want to say before?
Well, I'm honored to serve the people of the state of West Virginia as a state senator. I am in leadership in the Senate, and I'm grateful to be able to help our state move forward. And I'm grateful to be able to have some influence in helping our nation to move forward also. And that it's going to take a change in leadership. It's going to take a person that doesn't just talk about God, but knows God. And that, and yet we haven't quite gotten there yet. But I'm praying that it will occur, and I'm thankful. I'm very proud of my son for following the Lord's will for his life, and very thankful for every single person that supports him in this effort. Thank you for having me on this evening.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Roberts Jr., you want to say anything or two?
I do. Yeah, Dad, thank you. I'm so grateful for you and Mom and everything that you do and have done my entire life. I'm so grateful. And I go back to how he would teach me leadership without even knowing he was teaching. Well, he knew he was teaching me leadership, but he would take me when he's making calls to visit the sick or visit people in the hospital as a pastor, or going even to counsel people if that was an appropriate setting. He would bring me with him as much as he could to everything. And then whenever we would leave, he would say, well, how would you have handled that? How would you solve that? And it wasn't some great, deep, philosophical answer. I thought it was, but it wasn't. But the point was, he was trying to get me to think, and to think beyond my the parameters and my own biases, and to see things objectively. And I think that's one of the, it has served me extremely well in international diplomacy, for me to bridge all cultures, to bridge all walks of life, not feel threatened by other ideas and other opinions. Loyalty is not the most important thing to me. It's I want people to be loyal to him. And that allows us to all work together. So I love you, and thank you for being on tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.